You think if you raise your voice, the court will hear you?
No, then
You are
dismiss
handling,
my application.
you are making submission before somebody who is not going to go down if you raise your voice.
Sir, I am also not going to go down for the
Please.
interest of my client. But my application
That does
is there.
not
Your
mean,
Lordship, dismiss my application.
Mr. Debormon,
Your Lordship,
you
hard all
are,
chicken. Your Lordship,
you
hard
are
all
here
chicken.
for a long time.
I am all along in this matter.
Yes.
All along in this matter.
Please remain. The court will hear you as and when the matter is taken up. You do not know what the matter is about. You were not there in the matter from the beginning.
I have gone through the, my lord, writ petition. Because you have never been served.
Please remain with the writ petition. I want to see the panel. Please give the panel.
My lord, may I place, my lord, the relevant parts of the writ petition? Lordship dismissed. Lordship passes any order.
I want to see the panel.
Kindly see the affidavit filed by them.
My lord, my humble...
It existed at one point of time. It was the panel according to which you have been given appointment.
Yes.
I want to see the panel. It cannot sublime.
But my humble submission would be, Lordship can always see the panel.
I will see the panel.
It has to be, it cannot be published in view of the fact that as of today, the panel doesn't exist.
The existence of panel does not prohibit publication.
A step beyond. That is not the issue.
There has to be a finality, something, somewhere.
Exactly. There has to be a finality and it will be done. Please show me the panel.
Well, I will, before passing any order, my lord, Lordship would
I am not passing any order. I want to see the panel.
I would, my lord, I will not pray that, Lordship, I will be placing 2-3 paragraphs of the application and the writ petition. Lordship, I can seize.
I want to see the panel. Why are you standing in the way? The moment you stand, the presumption.
The presumption, I understand. I understand. Lordship sees it is not there. Yes.
Your clients are already there in service. Do not jeopardize their service by opening your mouth too wide. Let me see where the panel is.
Yes,
panel must be with the board.
Yes, this is what I want to see. Be happy with the panel. Your name is there. Why should you be bothered?
They are so brilliant.
Whose instance, Lordship? This is the adversarial litigation Lordship is taking up.
They are so brilliant.
They have qualified. Why don't they have the all unsuccessful candidates?
They have the locus standi.
Unsuccessful candidates coming and saying,
you are unsuccessful. We are not unsuccessful.
The practice for some time.
Mr. Lahiri, I request you, please do not raise your voice. If it has been published once, why can it not be published for the second time? What was the requirement in the first occasion?
No requirement, but we published. That's why I'm trying.
Please, no. Mr. Sanyal, lives of people are concerned, right? It is not that we be so technical that we look with the, we just leaf through the pages of law. You are dealing with public lives, right? Some has got appointment, some may not have, some are eligible, some are not. So let us see what has happened.
I can know what
the board is the authority to publish the panel. And you say that it is not required.
It is not required because as of today, the panel doesn't exist.
It existed at some point of time?
It has expired. Even the court.
It existed in some point of time?
Yes.
Let me see the panel.
But the court.
I will see the panel whether it at all existed or not. The persons who have been arrested, they are not keeping the records with them. You are the board. Will you not have a record of your own?
The CEO of Leaps and Bounds was examined. He came. He handed over 5,500 pages of document. We scrutinized it. Madam Ruchira Banerjee also came. We have taken a number of statements under Section 50, which has brought more incriminating things. Then less said the better.
The list of properties that has been produced, and all the properties are after more or less 2014 onwards. Most of them. Within such short span of time, the amount of property that one could get hold of. And in the meantime, this recruitment process also took place. The reason, the connection, the money trail, what you are exactly supposed to do at the time of proceeding with the investigation.
Yes, Miller.
Let all these details be looked into.
Miller, we are looking into Miller. Miller.
You say yes, but then it's, I do not see anything. Which matter?
in the Malad 7907 Ramesh Malik matters, Malad.
My lord, I have
filed.
Other copy I have not been served, my
Yes,
lord.
yes. My impediment application. I have filed an application for impediment to oppose the writ petition as a respondent. My lord, we preferred appeal against the order dated 10 of October, and the appeal was disposed of by the order dated 18th of October. In the order dated 18th of October, passed by the Honorable Division Bench, issued certain directions. I have gone through your lordship last order dated 30th November. Probably that order was not placed before your lordship, because in the order it was specifically made clear that your lordship will consider the orders passed by the other coordinate benches, and your lordship will come to the conclusion whether the publication is in conformity with the rule 8 or not.
Which publication?
Publication of panel.
Because
your lordship that order, your lordship will not hear me, your lordship will not hear them.
How he is aggrieved that panel will be published. Letter copy has been served, kindly hears me. Kindly, my lord, takes the order.
Please wait.
We are
Please wait. None of the papers are in front
here.
of
Yeah,
you.
understood.
If you start raising your voice, it becomes difficult.
Since he's taking a technical point.
Let me wait. I have heard one matter on the last day.
Yes.
An order was supposed to be passed today. I will pass order today. I'll take up any further application that has come up later on.
My lord, my humble submission would be, as of today, my lord, lordship may, since we are seeking impediment before a lordship,
I'll hear you
and
separately.
our status has been upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court,
I will hear
arising
you.
out of. My humble submission will be, my lord, there is two parts of the writ petition that your lordship is hearing.
I will hear you.
My lord, before any order is passed, kindly hears us or impedes us.
The application was filed earlier. I have heard.
But none of the
Applications,
applications,
we are the successful candidates. My lord, second. My lord, we are the successful candidates.
But writ petition, kindly go through paragraph up to 8. The writ petition at the instance of 9 parts.
Mr. Debormon, I will hear you.
No, but if you, before that, if your lordship pass the order, we will be affected. But that is not. In the writ petition, I will challenge the writ petition is not maintainable at the instance.
Very well.
9 who were on the same board with the respondent number 5.
I will hear you.
They have not participated in the recruitment process.
I will hear you.
There is a participation. They have not participated.
State 2014.
I will hear you.
5 was appointed.
Let the applications come. I will hear you. Whatever is there in front of me, let me decide one by one. You cannot come up with the subsequent application and say that the earlier application will not be heard.
We have gone up in appeal. We had an intra-court appeal before the Honorable Division Bench, which has been remanded back to your lordships. Now, my lord, pursuant to after it has been remanded, my lord, we have preferred an application saying that our standing has been upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court, by the Division Bench.
Hey, Pradeep.
Now, my lord, without hearing us.
My lord, by senior advocate, my lord, that be decided.
That is the application by the candidates in respect
so
of.
Why are you?
No.
Why are you raising your voice?
I cannot. Yes.
Hear you separately.
What I am saying, my lord, there are two parts in the writ petition. One is the CBI aspect. My lord, CBI aspect, nothing is being said. Lordship continues. We don't have anything. The other aspect is touching the selection process. If your lordship is contemplating to pass any of the order touching the selection process, kindly hears us.
Applications were filed by some of the applicants whose selection has been terminated by the board.
We are not there.
Why are you?
I have challenged that.
Knowing what is there.
But my lord, lordship is taking up the writ petition, so therefore that is the apprehension.
I'm not yet in the writ petition. We are still in the application stage.
If your lordship is not contemplating to pass an order for publication of panel, we will not open our mouth.
Why? Why? How they are?
After I finish up with the application.
Yes, after that, yes.
So you all start thinking as to what the court is going to do without even knowing what
problem is that we have
not there.
We have lost our job once without hearing us. This unprecedented order was passed. 30,000 persons. So that is the apprehension. Apprehension comes to the advocates from the clients, my lord. They are so apprehensive as of today that anything relating to selection process, they are very happy.
Genuine
Applications
candidates,
9 and
nothing will
10. 9 and 10.
Genuine
who are
candidates
there?
are not there
Why
before
are,
they go.
why are they
I
so
will show. I
afraid?
will show what genuine candidates.
What is their apprehension?
Well, I am there, my lord. Kali, don't allow me to open the video. Kali, allow me to stop it. I'm not in
I
a
can
position
see
to
you
show.
already.
I am closing it. Kali, hear me only. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
returning from Jalpaiguri.
you have been heard already, and the order is ready, and I'm going to deliver it
Oh,
just now.
then I have no problem, my lord. If you want any assistance, my lord, I'm here.
Yes, very much assistance you have given me on the last occasion, and I have heard everything, recorded everything, and dismissed both your petitions, your applications,
Grateful, my lord.
as well as
then I think I've given a proper assistance to my lord.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Now give me the other application. What is there?
Can 11 is, I have solved, my lord. It can be taken.
Can 11
Has been served, my lord.
prior to taking up any further cans, let me see the earlier orders, please. You are aggrieved by the direction for publication of result.
I am aggrieved. I am aggrieved because of the fact that the petition is being entertained vis-a-vis this selection process. My humble submission before your lordship is that the petitioners do not have any locus standi to say or to say anything with regard to selection process touching our appointments. First,
Touching your appointment.
yes, there is a prayer for CBI. I am not opposing anything with regard to that. We are not at all concerned. We are concerned with regard to our appointments. The petitioners do not have any standing, and before any orders are passed, my humble submission would be we would be necessary parties in view of the fact that we are the successful candidates who have been rendering our services for the last 5 years. So any order that may be contemplated to be passed with regard to the selection process may be prejudicially affecting us.
My lord, by your lordship,
and would be causing civil consequences. This is fast.
The court is adjudicating an issue as to whether the selection was made properly or not.
That, my lord's issue is also being considered by the division bench. Same issue, same prayers.
Maybe, but there is a matter before here also.
Yes.
And the court has every right to look into all these things and
yes,
get the
yes. Not standing on the way.
Right.
But before looking, this lordship kindly, whatever is falling from your lordship,
So,
yeah, yes. So that I can know
the
what is.
board is the authority to publish the panel. And you say that it is not required.
It is not required because as of today, the panel doesn't exist.
It existed at some point of time.
It has expired. Even the court.
It existed in some point of time.
Yes,
Let me see the panel.
But the court.
I will see the panel whether it at all existed or not.
I will cite judgments from
the affidavit on the last occasion. Your lordship.
I will be citing judgments before your lordship
served as the
from
copy.
where it has been held by the Honorable Supreme Court that even the court doesn't have the power to extend or to make alive a panel.
It is not that.
Moment there is a publication, it will be submitted before lordship that as of today there is a publication, so therefore lordship has to consider the let that go in. Let that go in. First, second is that second, my lord.
Please.
All are presumptive submission.
Please.
You do not know what the matter is about. You were not there in the matter from the beginning.
I have gone through the, my lord, writ petition. Because you have never been served.
Please remain with the writ petition. I want to see the panel. Please give the panel.
My lord, may I place, my lord, the relevant parts of the writ petition? Lordship dismissed. Lordship passes any order.
I want to see the panel.
Kindly see the affidavit filed by them.
My lord,
it existed at one point of time. It was the panel according to which you have been given appointment.
Yes.
I want to see the panel. It cannot sublime.
My humble submission would be lordship can always see the panel.
I will see the panel.
It has to be, it cannot be published in view of the fact that as of today the panel doesn't exist.
The existence of panel does not prohibit publication.
A step beyond. That is not the issue.
There has to be a finality, somewhere.
Exactly. There has to be a finality and it will be done. Please show me the panel.
Well, I will, before passing any order, my lord, lordship would
I am not passing any order. I want to see the panel.
I would, my lord, I will not pray that lordship, I will be placing 2-3 paragraphs of the application and the writ petition. Lordship, I can seize.
I want to see the panel. Why are you standing in the way? The moment you stand, the presumption
A
is that
presumption. I
there is
understand.
no
I
panel.
understand. I understand. Lordship sees it is not there. Yes.
Your clients are already there in service. Do
As
not
of today.
jeopardize their service by opening your mouth too wide. Let me see where the panel is.
Yes, ma'am.
Panel must be with the board.
Yes, this is
Yes.
what I want to see. Be happy with the panel. Your name is
Yes.
there. Why should
At
you be
whose
bothered?
instance Lordship is
They are
doing?
so brilliant.
At whose instance Lordship? This is the adversarial litigation Lordship is
They are
taking up.
so brilliant.
They
They
don't
have
have any,
qualified.
they
Why
don't
don't they
have
have
any
rights?
standing. All unsuccessful
And they
candidates.
have the locus standi.
Unsuccessful candidates coming and saying,
You are unsuccessful. We are
we
not
have been in the practice for some time.
Mr. Lahiri, I request you,
Achha, I'll
please
then move.
do not raise your voice.
Move because of this one.
But being in the practice for some time, my lord.
I have also
But
moved.
that
Pradeep,
that
Pradeep.
is my lord, service of the application.
Affidavit.
Service of the application on all.
My lord, my application
The
will
line
not
has
be
not
kindly
come.
hear.
None of the court has thrown it out.
Is this the panel? Is this the panel?
This is the evidence. And after the division, last but one order of this.
Where is the panel?
Panel is the board. Today is not the date for production of the panel.
All right.
That's
Yes.
Your lordship passed on order that publication of panel
Yes.
and first publication of panel and the production. The publication so far is concerned.
Not statutory obliged to publish.
Where is the panel supposed to be? And it will be never made public. Yes.
The authority are governed by the functions of statute do not require any publication of the panel.
What is the panel meant for?
For appointment, it doesn't require publication. I'm on the word publication.
Tell me one thing. An examination is conducted. Certain persons are selected, found to be eligible. You put their names in the panel and you keep the panel with you. You keep the panel with you.
This is the twice selection process.
Yes.
Panel or recommendation list, whatever your option is, whether it is, if you are saying to the respective district primary school council, they published it and proceeded with that.
So they published it.
They their own way.
You say it was published.
That's the council.
The council published. They published. So you must be.
There is no. I am on the point that the law doesn't require.
Did they publish or not? Did they publish or not? They published. You must be.
Requirement of law.
You must be having the panel which we forwarded to the districts. You have it. I want to see those.
That's your lordship.
Yes.
First, I'm addressing the requirement of law.
No, don't. Because it has already been published. Had it not been published, you could have said that there is no requirement of publishing. Since it has been published, please do not advance this argument. I want to see the panel.
But I tell you, Lord, the panel with the blood certainly we can produce, but there should not be any publication of it.
You show me if it has been published once, why can it not be published for the second time? What was the requirement in the first occasion?
No requirement, but we published. That's why I'm trying.
Please, no. Mr. Sanyal, lives of people are concerned, right? It is not that we be so technical that we look with the, we just leaf through the pages of law. You are dealing with public lives, right? Some has got appointment, some may not have, some are eligible, some are not. So let us see what has happened.
My submission, the subordinate legislation is the wisdom of the legislature not to publish it.
Please show me the panel since it has been published.
My lord,
if law doesn't require, can there be a writ of mandamus?
We will see to that. You show me the panel first.
the order of the division bench, why it is.
Sir, my application is number 12.
Division bench has said.
What is the affidavit for? What is the affidavit
That order has
for?
been challenged before the Supreme Court, my lord, and it has been rejected.
posted your losses last order.
30th
Yes.
November. 30th November.
Evidently, is
Second
nothing
page.
but excuses for not
Second page.
publishing the panel. My lord, kindly check the rules.
Division bench in order is
Yes, in the rules there is a publication word, no?
why are you agree?
For whom you are appearing, Mr. Judge?
Who are you all trying to save, will you say, by not publishing the panel? Who are you all trying to save? What are you trying to protect?
Question of saving anyone.
Why? Why will you not publish it? You are giving public employment. It is not that you are engaging somebody privately in your house.
The process cannot be by the drawing of the process. Look, this is the way, my lord, that the date panelists we have tried to be made alive for the years.
কতত্তর একটা জাজমেন্ট
That cannot be the process.
Notification issued by the board itself.
Which is the division bench judgment that you are relying upon?
That is dated 18th October.
My lord, if your lordship kindly comes to internal page 2,
Yes,
my lord, paragraph 9, my lord.
right.
In so far of the publication of panel is concerned, Mr. Swansu has submitted that on a number of occasions the panel has been published and there cannot be any further requirement to publish the panel in terms of Rule 8 of the West Bengal Primary Teachers Recruitment Rules 2016. In respect of the recruitment process for the year 2016 and 2022, and it should be 20. Mr. Swansu has further submitted that in terms of an order passed by the coordinate bench, a panel has been published with breakup of marks. However, the same could not be placed before the learned singleton. My lord, thereof. In view thereof, the directions with regard to publication of panel in terms of Rule 8 shall remain suspended till the learned single judge considers the matter afresh upon consideration of the order passed by the coordinate bench not being and being satisfied for the publication made by the board to the requirement. That means, my lord, that point was urged that there is no requirement for publication of the panel. They have argued the board that we have already published the panel. The division bench has stated, considered that whether panel has been published and prepared, and upon that satisfaction, pass necessary orders. So, on the last occasion, my lord, it was submitted that what was published was the breakup of marks and not the panel. Now, my lord, the panel for two things: publication of the panel and preparation. Panel has been prepared admittedly. They should produce it before your lordship. Now, whether the publication in the website or not, that will be decided by your lordship. First, it should be produced before your lordship to see whether how many persons have been appointed, whether appointments have been given beyond the declared vacancies.
My lord, kindly consider. My lord, may I get one opportunity to place my application?
He has
my
not
lord?
served his application.
I will not serve. That is my impediment. You have not impeded me.
Not required.
Not required.
Not necessary party.
My leave to appeal is allowed before division bench. And appeal is the continuous proceeding of the
You have filed an application, it is
Beyond
your
50
duty to
payment.
serve.
But for whom Mr. Tiwari is appearing? Neither he is appearing in.
He has been arrested.
All unsuccessful candidates.
You are unsuccessful, given money and
Vote of
taken.
the division is that 2014. Publication of panel that is selection process.
How are they
Again, you are raising your voice.
I'm not.
Listen, please do not raise your voice. As it is, the atmosphere inside the courtroom is pretty heated up. Don't heat it up further. Right? You say unsuccessful candidates. An inquiry was conducted. I do not know whether you are aware or not. And the inquiry, it was revealed that ineligible candidates have been given appointment.
Whom the inquiry has been conducted?
Now, listen, now I say by the board.
Yes, the report has not been circulated. If the report we have not been granted any opportunity to file an exception to the report, those reports, anything which has been given. My lord, what is the right? Board is the recommending authority. The recommending authority is stating that appointments are illegal. One paragraph.
Report is only
Petitioner said that the results of the
I have switched on the fans also. I do not know why so many people are over here. Why are these candidates over here? Everything is being live streamed.
Yes, ma'am.
You please request. I do not know whose clients are they. They may please leave. It is becoming difficult to run the court.
My application is there.
I was in a position to hold closed door arguments over here only because of removing this crowd. And especially when the live streaming is on, there is no requirement of these people to stay inside.
May I submit one thing? One minute paragraph where they say that they have not participated.
Listen, Mr. Lahiri, there are candidates who have been given appointment. They do not have the requisite qualification. The board has inquired.
94, we are not 94.
So why are you raising your voice? Let the court proceed.
Going into a scrutiny. Lordship is going into a scrutiny in an adversarial litigation. Moment it is an adversarial litigation, the standings of the writ petitioners have to be seen. The writ petitioners say that it is stated in regard that
this issue has already been settled by the division.
That is, they don't know as to whether they have been successful.
Our allegation is we have not been made qualified because unqualified candidates.
They will not allow.
And because of this, my voice will rise and your lordship will say that I am right. Can you see what is being said?
My lord, kindly, what is their locus? They're wasting court's time, my lord.
Yes. We have lost our job once. We have this.
How is he prejudiced? How is Mr. Lahiri's client's
You
prejudiced
say you have
for
lost
publication
your job.
of the panel?
You should be happy that you are still there in service. There are others who have not been given the job.
They are not deserving.
How you know?
You are the person to decide. You are the person to decide.
He is the person to decide.
We are successful candidates.
You please remain happy being successful. Remain happy. Let the authorities see. Let the authorities see whether they are.
He is being successful a crime.
What is a crime? What is a crime?
We have persons who have not participated.
If they have come up with clean hand, how are they prejudiced by publication of the panel?
How prejudice that your clients who do not have any standing.
What is their locus? What is their locus? They have got appointment legally, illegally. How are they aggrieved if panel is
Are
public?
you aware that the Supreme Court has entertained this writ petition, has permitted the investigation to
Yes.
continue?
I am not standing in the way of anything. There are
In
two
the
parts
course of investigation, these things will come up. So you cannot stand in the way.
these things, yes. And but in respect of SSC matters, things came up before the Honorable Court, and the Honorable Supreme Court has held that these things have to be established on the basis of evidence.
No.
And my lord, the
No.
reports filed, anything,
No.
it's an established law that any report which has been filed to which we have not been granted any opportunity, and the reports per se would be an opinion which is the subject matter to be
No.
proved before the appropriate court.
The report
Yes.
does not
That is a-
cause prejudice to these clients.
She would kindly see that they have not participated in
As of now, nothing prejudicial has happened to your clients.
this was the same thing
So
which
it
was
is
said by the
your submission is simply not being
I will
considered by the court.
I have
No
been
matter how much you raise your voice.
No, I understand.
Right?
So
So please
what I'm
don't.
saying is that in respect of a similar recruitment process with regard to my lord first SLST, we had preferred an application for addition of party. That application for addition of party was dismissed. We went up in appeal. Thereafter, the Honorable Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has recognized our right. So same thing is being done.
My lord, in SLST, my lord, their appointments were terminated. That's why yes. No, your appointment was terminated.
That was prior to termination was
That is regarding OMR state publication. That is regarding OMR state publication and Act of the Rules Service Commission case, and this fact is completely different. এতক্ষণ ধরে আমি মুখই খুলিনি ভাই।
আমি রেড পিটিশনার হয়ে মুখ করলাম না, তোমরা পার্টি অ্যাড হলে না, সারাদিন বলে গেল।
In my application, may I get an opportunity to place my case?
As and when your application comes up, you'll
My application is finished, Lordship.
let it
We are
be.
in street.
It has not been.
Lordship is hearing the all other can up to 11.
প্যানেল পাবলিকেশন করতে হবে।
But your Lordship is not hearing my application.
আরে আমি রেড পিটিশন,
My lord, it has
So
not been served.
Of the petition.
রেড পিটিশন, আরে
But
দুটো রেড পিটিশন আছে না।
5 persons filed the petition, select the appointment of the respondent number 5. The respondent number 9, which is their amendment of the petition, they were acting in collusion with the respondent number 5. All of them, after failing in the state, they didn't take any steps for the last 4 years. It is their amendments. The writ petitioners along the respondent number 5 went to the office of the board. They are the wrongdoer. There should be inquiry against the writ petitioner first. Writ petition number 2 and 3 were also enlisted with the respondent number 5 in the disputed list.
Admitting there is a disputed list, appointments have been made illegally and panel will not be published. Very good.
Out of 42,000, only 94 has been identified.
I am requesting your learned junior friend not to raise the voice, and you being a senior, you are shouting. When your application,
your lordship not hearing my cause of action.
you think if you raise your voice, the court will hear you.
No, then
You
your
are
lordship
handling-
my application.
You are making submission before somebody who is not going to go down if you raise your voice.
Sir, I am also not going to go down for the
Please.
interest of my client. But my application
That does
is there.
not
Your lordship
mean-
dismiss my application.
Mr. Debormon,
Your lordship
you
hard all
are-
chicken. Your lordship
you
hard
are
all
here
chicken.
for a long time.
I am all along in this matter.
Yes.
All along in this matter.
Please remain. The court will hear you as and when the matter is taken up.
Not be dismissed.
Your matter will, the court usually do not refuse hearings to anybody. Don't raise your voice. It is not the first time you are appearing before this
Sir,
court.
I don't raise
Please
my voice
don't.
generally, but I am
Please don't.
compelled to do in this
No.
matter. We have already suffered some
If you have suffered,
circumstances.
If you have suffered, we will
With
see
your
to it.
lordship's order,
Please don't raise your voice.
I am not raising my voice. If your lordship hear me, I need not raise my voice.
The midst of the high voltage argument, if I am permitted,
You will you give something light? Because everything is so very high. You need light things now.
But I have a suggestion, that we douse the flames,
Yes.
The Lahiri and they have submitted, that they are not going into the aspect of the investigation,
Definitely.
which is undertaken by the CBI.
Yes.
So if my lord directs us, we have also made teaser of the panel, directly we can produce,
Do you have the panel?
I can produce it, on a subsequent date,
Because I tell you, a panel was produced. A panel was produced on the last occasion. But that is not in accordance with the rule.
Yes. And not only
So,
17
that is to be seen. And this is exactly the reason I wanted the panel from the board.
for 2 minutes and just take instructions whether or not
A spiral bounding one was
Yes,
there on the last occasion. Yes.
not only this, kindly see the board's own notification.
They have the panel.
No.
For particular cases, they have the panel.
This is not the panel. Board has stated.
You are saying it is the panel.
No, who is saying? It is not even a mere issue.
That there is a publication that creates the environment regarding panel. Mr. Raju, Supreme Court বারবার বলেছেন, we are concerned about the officials and the third parties, not the appointments.
প্যানেল পাবলিশ করবে না, প্যানেল পাবলিশ করলেই তো সব
পাবলিশ করলে তো 32,000 যাবে। স্যার, আপনি সার্ভিস রেসপন্সে জানেন প্যানেল পাবলিশ করলে আপনার কি ক্ষতি? লোকে মার্কসটা জানেন।
I am looking at one of the affidavits.
Yes. এটা
I am looking at one of the affidavits that you just handed.
7th December. It is affirmed on 7th
I am
December.
looking at one,
Specifically page
Ranjan
9.
Kumar Jha, paragraph number 5, page 10, where you have mentioned that the panel was initially published,
তুমি কোথায় পাবে?
possibly the voluminous one.
It would be 5W. It would be 5W.
5, page 10, X.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Kindly go through 5W also.
This is exactly what you submitted. I want to see this.
Yes.
That's your non-supervised conference of report I have to send.
Yes, yes.
That cannot be an audit. That's why any application more that should be in the aid of the report.
Certainly.
Certainly, because it's kind of look at the prayer A and B.
Very. So please, please produce the panels.
Kindly be your lordship. Look at the bill. Result. My learned friend also didn't ask for any participation of the plan because they knew the law.
My lord, that situation has not been. It was that day.
Is that not date?
Even if who's done voting, then it needs to be published.
Can 8 opposing your. Yes.
I shall file reply to it.
All right.
The rule one.
Rules there are.
Your affidavit in opposition, he wants to file a reply. So we will look into it on the next occasion.
Can you see one 2-page I would the rule of the board, rule 2L, second page. Rule 2L.
Yes.
Panel means a list of names of the eligible and selected candidates for appointment as teacher in primary school, published by the board according to the rules. The rule is rule 8.
According to the rules. This is definition clause. This is definition clause, explanatory.
Publication. Board is trying to cover up the issue as it is bigger than a BAPM issue.
Then lordship kindly come to rule 8 to 12.
My lord, in respect of 5X, what board notified, my lord, kindly see board notification, one notification. 29 September.
Let me see once.
Board own notification. My lord.
Candidates who are not there in the panel has been enlisted.
Yes, my lord. Kindly see, I want to read it. In respect of 5X, notification. In compliance with order of the Honorable Justice Abhijit Gangopadhyay, passed on such and such date, they accept that order with can number such and such. West Bengal Board of Primary Education has published breakup of marks of the TET 2014 qualified M-panel candidates against 42,949 and 16,500 vacancies respectively on 28 October 2022. Sorry, 28 November 2022. Upon publication of such list, it has come to the notice of the board that there are errors and anomalies in the published list. Board himself accepted. The next paragraph. Since the board is going to hold the teacher eligibility test 2022 on 11/12/2022 throughout the state, it will take appropriate step for removing such anomalies and or rectifying such errors after 11/12/2022. Further notification in this regard will be uploaded in the board website. So, my lord, they accept in the list itself there is anomalies.
After this publication, was any further publication?
No, nothing. We want without error, without any anomaly list, because board himself. No, this is board notification. They accept the order. This is the stand of the board.
Now, my landed friend is not misunderstood the contents of the notification. What is the contents of the notification? He could not understand that.
After
Yes, what is the content? Errors in the list published pursuant to the order passed by court, not the panel.
Because that is the board.
My lord, may I submit only one thing, my lord? Every
notification.
second.
Even if an adversary litigation,
my lord,
What is your application for?
my application is for action of part.
Let me see the application once.
Applications for all that. And the writ petition can be allowed and entertained.
Yes.
My basic submission. Then all the applications can be heard out. If that is not, do not proceed forward. That's my point.
Thing is, a lot of water has flown down the Ganges. Right? You file applications praying for dismissal of the writ petitions. Let it go up to the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court decide.
We will come with that
Let
affidavit.
the Supreme Court decide.
We will come with that affidavit, Lordship.
Is it Can 11?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I'll hear you. Yes.
My lord, in that can, page 104 is the writ petition. Or may I just place it analogously from the kindly comes first.
This is application for addition of party. Yes.
Kindly comes to page 62.
In respect of 9 candidates.
In respect of 9 candidates.
They are working?
Yes, working.
Yes.
Kindly comes to.
How do you feel that you will be prejudiced if you are not added?
But that I'll show. I'll show. I'll try to show. I'll try to show.
Otherwise, how will I entertain your petition?
Yes, I will try to show. They are not respondents. I have not found. We are not parties. Their names are not there in the cost title, which has been uploaded in the Sharthak.
It has been amended. They have been made parties.
Moment we know the cost title, we will serve.
Then please serve. You have not served upon.
No, I have served. I have served, my lord.
My lord, I have only
vis-a-vis, as of today, the respondents do not have any audience. I am seeking implement in his writ petition. He is the only party who is required to be served. Even in spite, I have served the board.
Why has he served the board and not the CBI? That means they are in collusion.
Because the board is a party.
And CBI is also a party.
But now CBI is we don't know.
Yes.
These are all technical, my lord.
No, not technical.
Lordship is taking technical issues from Mr. Billadal Bhattacharya and Lordship is not taking technical issues from me.
You please serve so that everybody can be heard.
I will only, as of today, I will be only addition, my lord. Kindly cease, kindly allows me draw your attention to 2 lines.
But then serve.
I will serve.
Yes.
My lord, may I make one humble submission? My lord. My lord, may I make one humble submission?
Served only the board and the petitioner. Nobody else has been served.
May I make
not there in the
my lord, may I make one humble submission? The issue is whether the panel will be published or not, my lord. Primarily, my lord, primarily, 94 candidates appointments were cancelled, and it was the point of the board, my lord, that they were appointed beyond the declared vacancies, my lord. Whether, and this is the point they have taken in their affidavit. Now, my lord, whether those persons have been appointed beyond the vacancies can only be established if the panel is produced before Please produce before your lordship. Before your lordship. Now, they cannot say the court has no power to see the panel. Let it be produced before your lordship first. Thereafter, on the next day, it will be decided whether panel is required to be published. Let it be produced before your lordship. Let it be produced before your lordship. For adjudication of the issue.
My lord, many things are being said, my lord. May I just?
And my lord, only one thing. Kindly have a look. Division judgment of our court.
It went up to the Supreme Court also, this order.
No, SLST didn't go.
This has not been challenged. It has been accepted.
Court can go beyond the pleading.
My lord, I have...
that is relevant public interest litigation.
No. My lord, kindly see what is the division bench.
May I?
Pradeep.
No, my lord, one thing, lordship, my lord, kindly sees. When we are being, my lord, our candidates are being page 5 for being successful, my lord. Who is the person concerned?
In adversarial litigation, court can go beyond the pleading.
These are
court cannot be a mere spectator. Page 5.
Do not want initiation of a further recruitment process.
Page 5, paragraph 2 and 3. With regard to SSC camp, you know you are appearing in this matter. In SSC scam matter, you are appearing.
Which is being shown. Let me give an opportunity to.
Mat 1254/2021.
What's the name?
Shandip Prasad.
Shandip Prasad, I didn't appear.
Yes, you are appearing. It's a division bench judgment.
Not appear. All these have been interfered by the Honorable Supreme Court.
No. This order has not been interfered by the Supreme Court.
Don't make.
You also don't make that. কি বললো আমাকে অ্যাপিয়ার করছিস বলছিস আমি অ্যাপিয়ার করি।
তুই যে এসএসসি সব ম্যাটারই অ্যাপিয়ার করছিস। আবার বললে হবে না। জন্য ধান্দাই আছে। দেখে নিয়েছি দেখে।
Appointment after expiry of panel.
My simple question is whether they are saying court has no power to see the panel.
Court can go beyond pleadings and court can mold relief.
I am
If the constitutional court finds anything wrong, it is a settled principle of law by the Supreme Court also.
At the end of the day, who is the real sufferer? My lord, it is being said that persons are waiting there, persons are waiting in the streets, they are agitating. The real sufferers are the silent persons who have not got an opportunity to participate in a newly initiated
My lord, the
recruitment
real sufferers are the children, and the children they are taught by uneducated person.
Please. Moment the board has come up with a contention that they have appointed candidates more than the notified vacancies. This selection process ends as of today. 2%, it is the right of the persons who did not participate in the TET 2014 or subsequent TETs and who have acquired eligibility criteria to participate after all these things. Say for instance, a person who has acquired eligibility criteria in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, they are the real sufferers. Because of these unsuccessful candidates, they are not getting any opportunity to participate.
Because of these ineligible candidates, children are being taught illegally.
The Supreme Court
You are there in service.
Yes.
So don't think about who is suffering.
That is the point I'm saying. They are saying they cannot also say that we are suffering.
You restrict yourself, your submission to
This
what
is the law.
Your
This is the law that I'm saying.
your candidates.
As of
you do not think about others who are not getting the job. Right?
Moment
serve the copy of the application.
I will serve. I will serve. Because, but I will also drawing a lordship's kind attention to those judgments which says that moment a selection process, a person who is appointed more than a selection process, a notified vacancy, then the selection process ends. They cannot get any job. And by all these litigations, what they are trying to do is they are trying to create an atmosphere so that the authorities cannot initiate new recruitment process by which thousands of persons, thousands and
lakhs. Is he advocating for the board? Is he advocating for the board? He shows the collusion.
Moment you are saying something beyond your pleadings, I can also assist the court by showing the law.
Court can go beyond pleadings.
Moment he is saying
court can go beyond pleadings.
Of course.
Yes, court can. There is a division bench judgment.
These judgments have not been cited before your lordship. These judgments are not being cited before your lordship.
An order was passed with a request to you to take up the matter with the government to explore the possibility as to how this impasse can be resolved. Is there any development? There cannot be. On the basis of? Certainly not. Yes. What about the candidates who were found to be unsuccessful? They are parties over here and have crossed the age bar. What's going to happen to them? Will you permit them to sit in the examination?
No, they no. Age bar, that is a right. এতদিন হয়নি তো proceedings.
Both have been stayed by the Supreme Court.
(2016 and 2020 are under challenge over here. (2020 is not under challenge.
2000, so many.
No, because that was the submission.
Well, TET 2014 means 16 and 20 both are challenged.
In my matter, I challenge.
Yes. Very well.
My lord, which gate?
That the division bench has already directed. 31st of December, a time has been framed within which investigation is to be done.
That is in respect of ED.
My lord, with deepest respect, my lord.
Whoever. One,
No.
one investigation there has been direction. What will be your submission?
It cannot be clear. 42,000 candidates. এটা বলে
My lord,
May I give my reply? My lord?
One minute.
No comments. No comments. আমি নো কমেন্ট বলছি না, আমি কারোরটাই কোনো কমেন্ট করবো না। আমার একটা তো বলছি, তো আর মুকুট কাটছি। বলো কি বললাম?
My lord,
বলো,
with
বলো।
GPS.
এক সেকেন্ড, এক সেকেন্ড।
Tell me what will happen to the notice or whatever you have published mentioning that excess candidates have been appointed. What will happen to them? No,
932.
no, not the 96. 96 is apart from those. 96 is the ineligible ones that you have appointed, but those who have been appointed in excess of the sanctioned vacancy, what is going to happen to them?
My lord, with
There is a
GPS
document.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, with GPS respect, my lord, may I submit something, my lord? But copy has been served. But they have filed, they have used their opposition.
Yes.
RTI replies.
There are documents. We can look into the documents.
But that
Right.
comes to mechanic. My lord, all these of argument, this kind of argument, we have heard it before, my lord.
Pradeep, is
Regarding-
can it over here? Can it?
In
এখানে
PIL, my lord, one PIL which was pending before this honorable court,
এটা
if this sort of argument was not made there, then things would have been otherwise.
this is scan 9 এই দুটো
Court
হয়ে
was
গেছে এই দুটো
misguided.
বাকি নেই 9 and 10 টা হয়ে গেছে তো This is the order that has been passed in 9 and 10. This is scan 8.
My lord, kindly comes to page number 157. I've given list of 6 districts only.
157.
157. RTI reply in respect of only 6 districts, and only in 6 districts, 932 candidates were appointed in excess to the vacancy.
This RTI reply was given by whom?
By the board, man, different DPSCs.
By the board.
Different DPSCs.
DPSCs.
My next 157 is the compilation. 158 is the individual replies. 158, 159, 160. My lord, the case is the my lord. My lord.
These are the documents of the council, and you say that these are not correct?
My lord.
Yes. All these have been argued before the division bench
With
in the previous round of
I
litigation.
must not say something, but today it is necessary, my lord. In the PIL, if Mr. Gupta was candid enough by saying that the PIL should continue and he should not be dismissed for default, then things would have been otherwise. Whole crime, whole case was put on that day by making a false submission before other division bench, stating that yes, your lordship can take up the matter and dispose of the PIL of other bench. That was considered by the honorable division bench of this High Court.
And set aside that order.
Set aside that order. Mr. Mr. Ratul was also there. Mr. Ratul cannot buy our ticket. And why?
Listen, I can understand.
Now I'm not
troubled.
shouting.
I can understand you all are troubled. Don't raise your voice.
My lord, only one thing, my lord.
We are trying to find out a
My lord,
solution
two
to the
things,
whole
my lord.
problem.
May I give one suggestion, my lord? The RTI applications which has been produced before your lordship, kindly direct the DPSCs who has given the answer to be appear before your lordship and say whether this is correct or not.
Kindly comes to page number 132. 132.
No, order saying these are wrong.
Well, kindly comes to page 1321 of my application. In the application, my lord,
The question of adversarial litigation has already been settled by the division bench time and again. There are other judgments also. That
Of
court
course
can
not.
go
This is an
beyond the
adversarial
pleadings.
litigation.
Yes, court can go
This is an
beyond in these
arbitrary
matters
litigation.
only. It has been settled.
132.
Yes,
Why-
yes, yes. It is
why-
settled
why-
by.
why panel is important? Why?
দেখা judgment দেখা দেখে
Is online, my lord. Another matter is being called in courtroom number 34 before. My lord, that has also been. My lord,
5:30.
5 o'clock.
This
5
clock,
o'clock.
this clock.
5 o'clock, my lord.
This
Because
34
another ED matter, my lord. I have to argue, my lord. My learned junior is there, my lord.
My lord,
Mr.
why?
Comrade.
I will require your presence. Finish and come.
My lord, I'll be back.
Yes.
My lord, why panel is important? Why we are saying that panel should be published according to
Who are you?
kindly comes to 132 once.
Who are you?
132, my lord, in place of non-chain candidates.
Please. Stop this practice.
But
A lot
kindly-
of years have gone by. You have attained seniority by this time. Why are you raising your voice?
I'm not. This
See, from-
previous round I
From
didn't.
10:30, this court is sitting and it's 5:30.
Yes, yes, sir. That we understand. That
Now
we are
I have to
discussing.
go back to my chamber. I have to correct all the orders that have been passed.
Yes.
And I'll stay here till at least 8:39.
That my lord, that we
You
cannot
will
say
finish this
anything.
matter and you will go.
We are- that we cannot say.
My lord, kindly comes to 132, my lord. My lord,
That
kindly
is the reason I want to fix up this matter on Saturdays.
That would be the
Exactly the reason.
Saturdays, my lord. Our my lord. My lord, Saturdays, my lord.
See, it's not possible.
We don't
This
get
is a
any my lord.
time-consuming matter.
My
Yes.
kindly-
Saturday job.
the cutoff mark is a compilation from the list published by the board. Kindly see general cutoff is 12.779.
Saturday. not
OBC
job.
A is 12.89, 12.971, OBC B 16.416. The cutoff marks of the reserve category is much higher than the general category. Well, I'm asking the question to myself, where is MRC? Meritorious reserve candidates rules. They should have been in the general category.
No.
Prepared
Totally
really as per
misconceived.
today.
Totally misconceived. Sir. I have done a
per
matter
today.
before a division bench. I have done a matter before a division bench. Just this is totally misconceived submission. I have a specific answer to this.
Wait, now you say the genuinity of these documents are in a question mark. Pages 132 onwards, the entire RTI reply.
RTI reply is 1% on.
Regarding primary. All right.
There's different issues, man. Not
No. Same prayer is there. I can show. I've annexed.
My lord, I will have to reply. My lord, let me reply, my lord. হ্যাঁ বলো তুমি বলবে না আর কে
Thereafter, all. Thereafter,
Yes.
all comes subsequent.
No, that is all right.
From how it all began.
let it be produced
Yes.
produced before your lordship.
The council will certainly produce it. You obtain it from the councils and you can always produce it. That is something different. But the moment you say that these documents are not genuine, but this document was there with you long back.
they find their opposition.
My lord, to this addition of party, they have
Opposition
used an
has been
opposition.
By going through this, obviously. Otherwise,
Opposition has been filed.
Yeah, going through
How they have
dealt with in the paragraph.
You have already filed opposition to this.
They did not use a single paragraph.
He has got so many papers, he forgets.
That same point was involved in the SLP because the Honorable Supreme Court, same documents were relied upon.
No.
Yes.
No.
So,
This I cannot say. I was not there.
But who is he? He is not
This I
carrying as
cannot
a
say.
party. His application has not been moved. I
তাহলে
am
তো
the writ petitioner. I am the writ petitioner. I am the writ petitioner.
Applications,
I am
whatever you all have, please
Yes.
exchange so that those can be heard.
Yes, my lord.
That is different.
Yes, my lord.
And now,
আমাকেই দেখে সব সময় চায়, আমি সব দিয়ে দিই কপি।
what about the investigation?
No, I fail to understand. I fail to understand the exuberance of those client to conclude the investigation in a hasty manner. Because we have indicated, we have filed report like a question mark. And not a hasty conclusion or a hasty closure of the investigation will lead to my not various wrongdoers being left out. I fail to understand or appreciate with particular submission. This should not ideally come from a statutory body.
My lord, only one thing, my lord. It was submitted by the board.
How long will you all take?
No, SSC,
My lord, not only
longer period of time, SSC, we are almost, we will be indicating that before the
Division bench, wherever it is there.
division bench, yes.
Yes.
We are almost at the closure of the
What about this?
So this will take time. This is as compared to the SSC the magnitude is
Huge.
much greater.
My lord, only one thing.
Yes.
SSC is like a river motion. And as in fact, the addition and appreciation of the back the chair the witnesses, materials, everything is submission being made by a statutory body that directly time bound and chosen immediate but that I can fail to understand how statutory body can make such. They are not supposed to have any interest in progress or discussion. It is being made for the purpose of ensuring that the actual wrongdoers, when we are trying
Are shielded.
yes.
My lord, may I give reply to
Only my lord in 8 of
my lord, only one thing.
Where the order was passed for publication of panel sometimes in November or October.
23rd November now. 23rd November.
Was it appealed?
yes.
My lord, which order? Order passed
You
by
are not there, please.
second.
No.
We had appealed. The question.
Where was it appealed?
My lord, order passed by your lordship.
Yes.
it has been appealed.
My lord, I am telling your lordship, initially passed an order of publication of the panel.
Yes.
That order was appealed against.
Yes.
The order I have produced before your lordship,
Right.
my lord.
Thereafter, it did not go up.
No.
In earlier occasion, which I referred, my lord, that is notification on 23rd November 2022 in both this writ petition, Honorable Justice Obijit Gangopadhyay passed this order and board accept this order, and after acceptance of that order, board issue the notification on 28th.
No, that I have seen.
Yes. My lord. So, my lord, after that notification, nothing happened, my lord. So we want an error-free list. They published, my lord. As first they published as part their conduct. Thereafter,
my lord, only one thing. What has been submitted by learned?
Give a copy to your learned friend.
Only one thing, my lord.
Give a copy to your learned friend. Please check up, Mr. Biswas.
My lord, what has been submitted by Mr. Learned Senior Advocate Mr. Gupta, my lord. Only one thing, that court cannot make a parallel investigation, my lord. The CBI, according to CBI, filed a report that 94 candidates' appointment has been illegally made. Board came up with a report and stated that these candidates were appointed beyond declared vacancies. Now, my lord, to determine what is the logical conclusion, these 94 candidates should be terminated, and if it is made within the vacancy, my lord, then eligible candidates should be appointed.
No.
Now the question is whether they have been made beyond notified vacancies on. For that, my lord, requirement of production of panel is required. There is a prayer of certiorari, my lord. court can always invoke the prayer of certiorari and call for the panel by your lordship. So there is no question of parallel investigation for the logical conclusion to take in the matter into a logical ending, my lord. This is required for a proper adjudication, my lord. The question of parallel investigation does not arise, my lord.
My lord, with regard to my lord, the submissions made is totally misconceived because the specific
after this November 2022, has anything been published?
What about?
Calculation of what?
My lord, can I record everyone?
Whatever may be the error, has that been published?
Where is the proper list? It last line mentions a list will be published further. Where is that?
Yes. Yes.
According to nothing has been done. But
My lord, only one thing, my lord.
It was supposed to be done.
Yes.
Please,
My
not
lord,
instruction. I'll record that you will, whatever is to be done, please do it.
my lord, only. My lord, the original should be with the board.
Panel,
Signed by the competent authority.
panel should have been prepared by
1
the
minute.
selection committee.
1 minute. 1 minute. Please wait. Let him make a submission. If everybody speaks at the same time, the court will not able to hear. Who cannot provide? Who cannot provide?
My lord,
The persons who have been arrested, they are not keeping the records with them. You are the board. Will you not have a record of your own?
Panel is with the board.
As per Rule 7,
All said and done, it is you who engaged the agency. Yes. Please pass on that document.
as per the rule, panel should have been prepared by the
selection committee.
It has to be approved by the board.
They should have been with them. They can easily
Board
publish.
is annexed in my writ petition, page number 55.
As kindly see the
না
rule
রুলটা
7,
আছে রুলটা আছে ওখানে যেটা আছে সেটা দাও।
my lord, I would be, my lord, only adding one thing. Learned senior friend Mr. Gupta has said that a similar prayer is being pending before the honorable division
Not
bench.
similar prayer.
I will just quote his writ petition. Prayer 5, page 40, I have annexed the writ petition, out of which the appeals in the division bench rise.
No, no, these
Direct the authorities to publish a merit list.
I'll tell you, please wait here.
Who direct the authorities to publish a merit list by maintaining full transparency regard TET 2014. These prayers are there, and subsequent prayers may also be made with regard to publication of panels and subsequent. So therefore, this is my humble submission before Lordship, that everything, entire selection process is being considered by the honorable division bench. It is not that it is not being considered.
This proceeding is continuing pursuant to the order passed by the Supreme Court.
Yes, I know.
So you cannot say that this has to be held back.
No, I'm not
A
saying.
decision is being
I'm
taken by the
praying for
honorable division
segregation.
bench.
I'm praying for segregation.
Right.
CBI part, yes, nothing can be done.
So this is continuing, and you say the investigation part. All these are part of the investigation.
Yes.
The court wants to see as to whether the investigation is being done properly or not. What else
Court
is the
can
court
monitor
doing?
investigation.
That
not-
is a court monitored
yes,
investigation.
yes, court
not
is
doing
monitoring.
anything else.
Court is monitoring the
It is
investigation,
only
but
to ensure whether the investigation is being done properly or not.
yes, I am not standing in the way. But point is that
Huge amount of money has been recovered,
yes,
is in the process of recovery. Very many documents have been recovered. So an investigation is going on, and the way you all are jumping in the matter, it's like stalling the investigation,
no, we are not.
which
That is
the
what
court
I'm
is not going to do.
day one when I opened. I am saying that I am not. But
Whatever is being
moment
done
it is in investigation
in
sphere.
end of the investigation.
Yes, that is
Nothing
what
else.
I'm contention is that moment it is in the investigation sphere, that will be the documents recovered by the investigating agency, which has to be proved before the appropriate criminal court. Those documents, that is what I'm saying, there cannot be any publication.
My lord, may I
My lord,
submit-
only one
Because
thing.
they do
What
not
has
produce
been
the CDs.
the
A CD is
29th
not a public
November
document.
notice, my lord, which your lordship is perusing. This is pursuant to the earlier notification was of 20th November 2022, by which, my lord, the spiral binding which I have shown to your lordship on the earlier occasion was produced. My lord, at the risk of repetition, that was not the panel and it was admitted by the board. This is not the panel. That was the breakup of marks. To that, the board submitted. There is some mistake which till date has not been published. Now the two questions, my lord. That list has to be published, and the panel, my lord, kindly ask them to produce before your lordship. Thereafter, it will be decided whether it can be produced it or not. Whether it will be published or not. Kindly call for the panel records, my lord. Your lordship can understand.
Panel has to be with the board because Rule 9, my lord, specifically says panel after being prepared shall be accorded approval by the board.
Where is
And
that copy?
thereafter it shall be sent to the respective district primary school councils with all necessary papers for appointment.
My simple policy, my lord. Rule 7, selection committee will prepare the panel. As per Rule 8, panel will be prepared. And Rule 9,
My
board
lord,
will
may I
be
submit one thing?
So where is the ED's junior?
It is, my lord,
Finish up with
he's
this
online.
part
my lord.
and then start with the investigating
My lord,
agencies. Yeah,
Mr. Goswami,
please pin him up.
my lord, may I submit one thing? May I submit one thing regarding the submission made by learned senior?
My lord, only a second, my lord. Your lordship, when your lordship, the ED's turn will come, my lord. Only one thing, my lord. On the last occasion, the
Am I
stated
audible?
take certain steps. Your lordship has directed to take certain steps, my lord. Against that order, Mr. Abhishek Banerjee preferred an appeal. Such things cannot be done. The division bench stated no.
I'll hear that matter. Only with the board's part, let
My
me
lord,
finish, then I'll
may I
hear it.
clarify two
But
things?
the SLP has been dismissed. Disposed of.
My lord, because board submission is that, my lord, regarding non-publication of panel, my lord, how this matter cropped up, my lord, because this is an court-monitored investigation, my lord's ordered, and it is up to the Supreme Court, my lord. Now, my lord, in CBI inquiry, it is evolved, not by court board's own volition. 94 candidates, they are illegally appointed. No, CBI and ED both produce the list, and in pursuance of that list, board file a report, which is annexed in today's affidavit, my lord, page number 18, my lord. Kindly see. And that report, my lord, regarding 96 candidate, my lord, they just came up with an affidavit that this 96, out of 96, 94 candidates, they are illegally appointed. But regarding ED's list, they are totally mum, my lord.
Does
Regarding,
the ED have a separate list?
yes, my lord, kindly go through the go through this report. So, my lord, the board whole endeavor is that, my lord, to hide everything by non-publication.
Where is the ED's list?
Kindly page number 18, my lord.
18
Kindly
of,
turn page number 18.
18 of,
Produce করেছে
18 of what?
of today's affidavit.
Today's affidavit
Yes,
that has
ma'am.
been filed.
Yes. And how they
Yes,
delete.
West Bengal regarding list
Yes.
of
It
CBI.
starts from page number 18. Now kindly turn page number 20, my lord.
Yes.
There is two lists, my lord, regarding list of CBI and ED, because my lord will remember that two lists produced. One is CBI and another one is by the ED. Page number 20, my lord.
Yes.
A report relating to list submitted by Enforcement Directorate. The office of the board also received a list of 2,207 candidates, my lord. This list was provided in terms of the self-same order dated 29th August 2023 of the Honorable Justice, my lord's order, my lord. There are three categories of candidates in the said list. In the first category, Name and roll number of the 1894 candidates are mentioned as being suspected selected teacher in 2016 recruitment process. That's why they are jumping, my lord. These people are jumping. That's why, my lord. The second list comprises of 250 names and roll number relating to 2020 recruitment process. This list also comprises of selected teachers whose selection is suspected by the ED. The third list of 63 candidates with their roll number in the 2016-17 recruitment process, 16-17, belong to the additional panel who are also stated to be suspected selected teachers. The board has checked up its record to ascertain this selection and appointment of 2,207 candidates as above mentioned, and the list provided by the ED matched with such record in respect of roll number. So on that day they matched it. Now they say we have no records. Board also verified whether the selection could be suspected as alleged by the agency. On such verification, so they verified, my lord. On such verification, it appears that all the 1894 and the 63 candidates for the recruitment process 16-17 were found to be TET qualified and were also otherwise eligible. My question is that, my lord, if record is not with them, how they verified it? This is report by the board. Now they stated on submission that we have no record. On that day report, they says, when ED produced that list, they says, we verified it. So this is the act of the board. They wants to hide it. That's the whole endeavor. The ED has not disclosed the reason for which it finds the selection of 2,207 candidates to be suspect based on the condition prescribed in Rule 9 of the Recruitment Rules 2016 as amended up to date. The seized document digital record obtained by the ED from the accused person cannot, from the basis of suspicion in the absence of any evidence in that regard, my lord. So, my lord, when ED give that list, 2,207 candidates, I don't know who are that candidates, but what affidavit says, report says, they verified it. I put this question to myself. Verified on basis of what?
Yes, I have followed. I will. They are the writ petitioners. They will suddenly get opportunity.
Let him serve and
your addition of party application will serve. Please come.
All these have been decided.
To be successful, going to the office of the board.
My lord, he is an outsider right now.
All these points
One
have been
point, my
decided
lord.
by the division bench.
Yes.
With regard to my
outsider
submissions of Mr.
Affidavit
Dasgupta, my lord, I have a submission, my lord.
filed by the Secretary of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, affirmed on 7th December 2023. Act page 10, paragraph number 5, within bracket X. It has been mentioned that district-wise panels of the recruitment process of 2016 were initially published by the respective district primary school councils, and thereafter, in terms of the judgment passed by a coordinate bench of this court, the board published the merit list of all the empaneled candidates with details including breakup of marks, medium, caste, and category-wise. Stop. The same is still available in the website of the appellant board. Stop. The board has denied the allegation of non-publication of the panel. Stop. Paragraph. It has been submitted by the learned advocates representing the petitioners that the district-wise panel, in terms of Rule 8 of the recruitment rules, were not published at any point of time. Stop. The panel which has been published is not in accordance with the recruitment rules. Step next. Paragraph, as the board has averred in the affidavit that the panel was published initially, comma, the board is directed to produce the panel, which was allegedly published by the district primary school councils. Stop next. The learned advocate representing the board has submitted that as all documents in connection with the recruitment process have been seized by the investigating agencies, the board is not in a position to verify all records. Acha, by the কি বললাম? Start. All documents in connection with the recruitment process, which was with the recruitment agency, have been seized by the investigating agencies. Arrested, and the documents have not been seized. It has been submitted by the learned advocate representing the board that the agency which was conducting the selection process,
my lord, no agency was
not in a position to forward documents, as most of the persons in the agency have been arrested and are in custody. This is what your submission is. Persons were arrested. What is the persons, they were not in the recruitment. What were they doing? What were they doing? What was the agency for? Computerization of what?
Don't oppose our prayer for it.
For computation of marks.
CBI কে বলে দিচ্ছে
Evaluation of answer scripts, OMR sheets. Acha, the agency who were engaged not conducting the selection process, who were engaged for evaluation of the answer scripts of the OMR sheets. This is exactly the term that you use. Evaluation of OMR sheets. Are not in a position to forward the documents. Most of their men have been arrested and are in custody. Right? It has gone down correctly? The report in the form of affidavit, which has been filed in court by the West Bengal Board of Primary Education, mentions that the board checked up its records to ascertain the selection and appointment of 2207 candidates as mentioned in the list submitted by the Enforcement Directorate. Paragraph. It has been pointed out by the learned advocate representing the petitioners that in the absence of proper records, the board could not have verified and/or ascertained the selection of the said candidates. When were they arrested? This affidavit has been filed very recently. This has been no.
Record every submission, my lord, made by.
This is a separate affidavit. This report was filed later on. October. Date C. What is the date?
Record every submission.
Yes, this report was affirmed after those persons were arrested.
Yes.
My lord, another thing, my lord. Kindly see, my lord. According to the rules, the selection committee shall prepare the panel and the board shall approve. The agency will not approve. Agency will only publish, my lord.
These are all being considered by the division bench.
Next.
Nothing.
Selection is subject matter of division bench.
Kindly record
the board is directed to upload the notification, upload the error-free list as indicated in the notification published by the West Bengal Board of Primary Education bearing memo number 1995/WBBPE/2022 dated 29th of November 2022. Upload बोलना upload in the board's website. Yes, please. Please, I am not recording because I do not consider this to be recorded. The very well. Any further direction to be given to the board now? Any further direction?
Panel before your lordship.
They are saying that it has to be
that has been
uploaded.
already directed. They'll collect from the district and they will produce.
My lord, no, it has.
Is with the board.
Man is with the board, not
Well,
with the
rule
district
says.
order. Rule 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
Rule 7.
Rule says many things. You are relying upon the rule. Rule doesn't say publication.
Report.
As per it has been pointed out that as per the recruitment rules, the panel is supposed to be in the custody of the board. Stop. The board has expressed that. Now, the board has specifically submitted before this court that the board does not have the custody of the panel, and all documents have been seized by the investigating agencies. Stop. As there is already a direction for obtaining the panels as were forwarded to the councils. Accordingly, the board shall collect the panels from the respective councils and produce the same before this court on the adjourned date.
In terms of Rule 8.
Panels in terms of Rule 8 of the recruitment rules. Now the investigating part.
Lordship has directed, my lord, while directing, Lordship has recorded list. While directing, uploading, that will be published breakup of marks.
Yes,
Kindly
that
see.
was already published. Let that breakup of marks.
That will be breakup of marks.
It reads first paragraph, last line, upon publication of such list. It has
Yes,
come
that
to
kindly
the
reads
notice.
the third line.
Yes.
Has published breakup of marks of TET 2014
by way of a list.
Yes.
By way of a list.
Yes, that
So
is
it
there
is
in the
a
record
list.
also.
Still in the website.
Yes.
Let us see.
List as recorded. So that is understood.
Yes.
This notification.
Investigating agencies. Yes. Next date. That will be put up in the server. You can see. I'll take up with these investigating agencies and fix up a date. Anybody who stays here, you may leave. Anybody who stays here will get to know the date. Yes, yes. No, he's very thirsty. Leave him. He's very thirsty. Yes. Mr. Bhattacharya. All right.
Here, find a detailed report also indicating about the arrest whatever has transpired. Last of the arrest was made on the 16th of October 2023, and we are working on it.
You say no tender was published and somebody of the choice has been picked up as the
board was very amusing that 2012 they had done it. 2012 they didn't, we thought to continue with them without calling for it.
All right.
And the software also which was issued, that was admittedly not fulfilled.
Not fulfilled.
And we had indicated in the report that we had filed just after reopening, on the 29th of November, about the police the modus operandi of this agency is concerned. Deliberately, a lot of things have been done to ensure that the truth.
But then thereafter, how are you all proceeding? Under the IPC, you all have to take steps.
We are proceeding, they are still in custody, so they must keep in custody.
You cannot keep them in custody for an indefinite period, isn't it? Yes.
Calls for a report, on the return on the adjourned date, we find the status report, containing the updated state. But whatever has been done.
Now the ED, Mr. Trivedi. Please come this side.
My lord, it's a long thing, my lord, but salient features I'm just telling, my lord.
What thing?
My lord, the CEO of Leaps and Bounds was examined. He came. He handed over 5,500 pages of document. We scrutinized it. Madam Ruchira Banerjee also came. We have taken a number of statements under Section 50, which has brought more incriminating things. Then, Millard, incriminating, we have got it. Then, apart from that, Millard, maybe give a report, Millard, because speaking everything of streamline, Millard, will not be proper in my because I have it, Millard.
But then
because my lord will remember, my lord, we are going at a galloping pace and at a war. But the documents which are coming, I can assure my lord that no stone is being left unturned, and we have progressed substantially, my lord.
The volume of the documents
yes,
that have been placed before you
yes,
indicates that the properties are huge in number. Had there been very small properties, the quantity of the properties, had it been less, then so many documents could not have come.
My lord, I bow down, my lord.
True. Have you all found out what is the source of income by which these documents could have been purchased, taken on lease, or whatever?
My lord,
What is the
all the
source of income?
all the documents, my lord, documents which have been submitted by them are not these title deeds or details of property. There are various documents with regard to the money which has come, the manufacturing which the company was doing, and it's galore, my lord. So, my lord, what I am humbly submitting, because, my lord, I have all answers to my whatever is falling, my lord, but live streaming, my lord, because we are going at a galloping speed, and tomorrow, my lord, it will be on the newspaper, my lord. So, my lord, what I'm humbly submitting, the report is there, my lord, over here, my lord. Then again, it will be deleted because I don't want to keep it on my mobile. If my lord so deems fit and proper under a seal cover for my lord's perusal, my lord, we will submit it because it is there, my lord. So, if my lord so wants, my lord, by tomorrow morning, my lord, I in a sealed cover, my officer will come and we'll just for my lord's, so that my lord can have a look, because my lord, it's huge.
And
my lord, telling.
Have you all found out the answer to the query put by the court? Where is the source of money?
My lord, we have.
Because the law permits you. Because that is the primary thing that you have to see.
My lord, as far as source of money, my lord, we are on the proceeds of crime. We are on proceeds of crime, my lord. CBI is investigating the predicate offense. We are on proceeds of crime, and wherever we find that whatever amount which we are seeing over there, either seized, either attached, or my lord, on paper and pen, where it has been parked and whether it's proceed of crime or not. And we are investigating on that aspect, my lord, and we will, my lord, file a report on that aspect.
A circular was published by the ED?
My lord.
Section 5 of PMLA.
My lord.
Mentions where the director or any other officer not below the rank of the deputy director,
my lord,
for the purpose of this section, has reason to believe on the materials in his possession that any person is in possession of the proceeds of crime.
My lord.
Just what you said.
Yes, my lord.
Or any proceed of crime is likely to be concealed,
my lord,
transferred, or dealt with in any manner which may result in frustrating the proceeding relating to confiscation of such proceeds of the crime, may by order in writing provisionally attach such property. With such huge number of properties that were produced before me in a sealed cover, do you not think that there are chances of these properties being transferred, sold off, so that the entire proceeding gets frustrated? If anything happens in the meantime, say it's sold.
My lord.
So you'll run after.
My lord is on the third party interest being created, and unnecessarily, my lord, may we come, my lord, I will, may we file a report, my lord, tomorrow, my lord. My lord, I have got all the answers, my lord, I assure, my lord, that sealed cover report, my lord, may not keep it on the list, my lord, we will hand it over to my lord's office.
At the time of proceeding with the investigation,
yes, my lord,
let all these details be looked into.
My lord, we are looking into, my lord.
You say yes,
my lord,
but then it's, I do not see anything.
My lord, my lord, less said the better.
List of properties that has been produced, and all the properties are after more or less 2014 onwards. Most of them. Within such short span of time, the amount of property that one could get hold of. And in the meantime, this recruitment process also took place. The reason, the connection, the money trail, what you are exactly supposed to do.
We are doing that. My lord, we, as an officer of my lord, when my lord will see that report, my lord will keep it and we'll answer. But my lord, because it's a huge report, voluminous report, my lord, which we have already prepared.
Now, since 5,000 pages have been given to you, please don't pass it on to the court.
My lord, these are salient features, my lord. What we have, my lord, not only 5,500 pages, my lord, there are so many other things. We are recording Section 50 statements. We have made raids to so many properties. Certain attachments have taken place. So more and so forth. So therefore, my lord, what I am humbly submitting is going, because we are streaming live, my lord, and investigation is going on. With regard to, my lord, therefore, my lord, we want to submit it in a sealed cover before my lord.
Please come. CBI tomorrow? ED says tomorrow. Then tomorrow let your report come.
Report আমাদের একটা 35 my lord we have but 30 ওইটা বলছি না জানি না 31 এর মধ্যে শেষ হবে কি হবে my lord we are moving my lord 31st of December
is the
deadline
outer limit. That is the reason I wanted to point this out to you, not for any other reason.
My lord, I know my lord, but my lord, we are moving, my lord. I will get information, my lord, till 31st, my lord. We are trying to complete it, my lord. But my lord, because everything it is unfolding into many folds, and my lord, the report comes before my lord, then my lord will kindly see it that we have made substantial progress, my lord.
You produce the report tomorrow. We'll see.
May we come day after tomorrow, my lord?
Day after tomorrow, very well. Thursday.
চারটে 15 আগে তো হবে না তোমার আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে my lord, on that day, my lord, I am just supposed to file a report, my lord. My learned counterpart is not required because he is in personal difficulty on that. My lord, normally the matters are taken at 4:15.
Learned counsel representing the Enforcement Directorate seeks time to file the report in support of the investigation that is being made. Stop. On the prayer of the learned counsel, let the report in a sealed cover be placed before this court on 14th of December, you say? Today is 12th?
Thursday.
Thursday is 14th. Will you file a report on that day also? Next week.
My lord, then both let it be kept on next week only, my lord, subject to my lords.
Because the investigations are separate.
My lord, they are separate, my lord, but also intertwined also.
They are intertwined.
Offense and my lord, we are intertwined also.
Intertwined, but then you all are proceeding separately. Let us see. If required, you can always come up in the next week also.
My lord.
14th. The learned advocate representing the CBI seeks a week's time to file a report. Stop. Next. The CBI may file the report on the 20th, 20. So what about the board? When will the board, they has to list on 20th? And 14th, it will appear as to be mentioned only for filing the report.
My lord, I shall.
And 14th December to be mentioned, and 20th December for the report to be filed by the CBI and for the board for acting in compliance of the direction passed today.
My lord, copies of applications whichever has been filed, my lord.
Copy of the applications that have been filed seeking addition of parties be circulated amongst the parties. We'll take it up when? When will the applications be taken up? Applications for addition of party.
January, my lord.
January?
Yes. When are the matters being fixed?
This is only for the investigation and the board, not for y'all. Day after tomorrow is for the ED.
Yes.
Because there are so many parts to it. Everything cannot be taken up at the same time. No, you say it's January, so I'll keep it in January.
He doesn't take it. He doesn't take it.
Save our effort, nothing else. Regarding investigation, inquiry, we have nothing to.
My lord, presently their appointments are protected by order of the division bench. There is no such urgency. Their appointments are protected by the order of the division bench.
Allow anybody to speak.
Let us serve fast. Fast, sir.
When I raise my voice, Roshu would say that I have become senior.